Well, the first round of the Masters tournament gets underway tomorrow at the Augusta National Golf Club. And for more how the competition looks this year, we're joined right now by Mark Zecchino of Golf Talk Canada. Mark, always good to talk golf with you. Thanks for being here. How do you feel this time of year? The Masters comes around, it's Easter weekend, and I'm assuming you're going to be stuck. Well, you'll be on the TV watching what's going on in Augusta.
Yeah, I'll be with Lindsay Hamilton at our Masters desk in Toronto, and James, Bob, and Graham will be on the ground at Augusta. So we'll be going back and forth. We'll get on the air early, 10 a.m. tomorrow morning to kick it all off, and we'll bring you right to the network coverage at 3 o'clock. But, you know, the Augusta National and the Masters is one of those things. You start talking about the Masters the day after the Masters ends the year before. So, I mean, we don't talk a tournament more to death, really, in a way, more so than Augusta. It's a 12-month buildup, and I don't recall an event at Augusta with as many storylines or anticipation as what we have this year.
Yeah, so let's dig in. I mean, where do you want to start? You want to start with Tiger?
Well, that's always the go-to, right? He's here, he's back, he's playing. We've got 4 golf tournaments that he's played in a year since the last time he was here. He had a tie for 45th a year ago at Augusta, a miscut, a WD, and now T45 at Genesis Invitational in LA, the tournament he hosts. That was just about a month or so ago. And if you look back at LA, for 2 of those 4 rounds, he looked like a guy that could win any golf tournament on the planet. For the other 2, he labored around the golf course, had a real hard time getting around. So when it comes to Tiger, it's not about the shots. It's not about can he perform. It's can the body hold up. The good news for Tiger is Thursday, hot and sunny. That should be good for the body. The bad news is the rest of the forecast. Friday to Sunday is going to be cold. It's going to be wet. It's going to be a tough walk, a tough week for all competitors, including Tiger.
Yeah, that's not good for the sort of aches and pains that Tiger obviously feels. We got to talk about some CanCon. Corey Connors winning the Valero Open last weekend in Texas to get in. How's he looking this week? Because he's playing some great golf.
Well, if it comes to what have you done for me lately, he's certainly leading the pack, coming in as a winner, and he's one of 4 Canadians in the field, along with Mike Weir celebrating his 20th anniversary of that green jacket. But Adam Svensson and Mackenzie Hughes have also won on the PGA Tour this season. So we have 3 Canadians that can call themselves winners this year, all coming in with momentum. I don't recall another Masters where there has ever been this much Canadian potential. We usually have Canadian flags in the mix on the board, but we don't have guys coming in form with real true opportunities to win. We have that this year, all 3 Canadians, and Mike Weir, you know, don't knock him as well. He's kind of happy with his game right now as well, but to have 3 PGA Tour winners all coming in with an opportunity to add a second Canadian green jacket. Connors, obviously the favorite for what he's done recently and the fact that he's got 3 top 10s now at Augusta in a row. But boy, do we have great Canadian hopes this week.
Okay, and Mark, you just said 3 key letters, PGA Tour winners, because of course what we're going to see at the Masters this weekend is is this going to be the first time we're going to see PGA players take on live players as well at this event?
Well, there's been a sprinkle of this. We've seen a little bit of this, last season and whatnot. This is the first time we're going to see it this year. We've got 18 live golfers going toe-to-toe with the remainder of the field, which are PGA Tour golfers. And, you know, really depending on who you talk to, you don't know what you're going to get. Some of these guys have kept friendships. Some of these guys have kept relationships. In many other ways, that is not friendly, and it is awkward, and it is uncomfortable. And it's really due to not that they left, it's some of these guys, how they left. It's kind of like a good analogy is leaving a job. If you leave a job, if you resign, you go out with your head held high, and you don't burn bridges. Well, some of these guys didn't leave that way. Some of these guys burnt bridges, and it led to lawsuits, and it led to really awkward, uncomfortable sound bites. And now they got to be in the same locker room with these guys. And now they got to go play golf. And we'll see how this unfolds. But, a lot of people trying to paint it as the PGA Tour good versus evil. I don't think it's that black and white, so to speak. But I do think it could be awkward. It's going to be an interesting storyline for sure.
Mark, I'm getting a wrap, but really quickly, who do you think the favorite is ultimately going into this week? Who are you really going to be watching?
Well, everybody's eyes are pointing really to 2 guys. Rory McIlroy, can he complete the career Grand Slam? He's going for it again. And is that elephant too big in the room for Rory? He closed last year with a Sunday 64 bogey free. He feels that his game is in shape and ready to go. The guy I'm looking at, Scotty Scheffler. I think he's the favorite. I think he's likely going to join Tiger Woods, Jack Nicklaus, and Nick Faldo's the only player to ever repeat the green jacket. He is the man to beat.
All right, we'll be watching starting with you 10 o'clock tomorrow morning on TSN. Mark Zecchino from Golf Talk Canada. Appreciate the time today. Thanks so much.
Enjoy the Masters.